So a lot of you are asking, CJ, what's the history behind this place? What is part 6 about? Part 6 here is going to blow your mind. It's going to be a very short video compared to the rest of the series. So the history of this place is like none other that I've heard of before. There is a ton of effed up stuff that happened at this place. And I want everybody to understand one thing, like, I'm not releasing the name of the location. I probably will at some point in time, but as of right now, I'm not. We kind of got ourselves into a little bit of hot water. I talked to both of my attorneys about this and talking about interviews with people who used to work there and a couple of patients that were still alive that we tried to get a hold of, and we wanted nothing to do with that. It seemed like a good idea at the time to film that, adding that to like a documentary style film, but there was a lot of stuff that we just couldn't put here on camera. There's a couple reasons why. Maybe one day I'll get to that. But the history of this place, you got to think about this. Imagine being trapped, right? And trapped to the point where you can't leave because they're not allowing you to, because of psychiatric type evaluations, not allowing them to release you, them performing terrible acts upon you, a lot of bad stuff. So, I mean, I'm going to give you all an example. This is fucking crazy. Some of the patients would try to off themselves in multiple different facets, really. One of the most common was them escaping, going through the woods, running to the nearest highway, waiting for tractor trailers or vehicles to pass by. They're waiting on the side of the road in the cornfields, and they would jump out in front of vehicles. Bam! People smack them. That messes with my mind so bad. Knowing that we were in there and knowing the history, I didn't want to tell you all the history. I wanted to see what you all got on the answer to the spirit box. Did you all pick up on anything that we didn't? And that's where part 6 right now comes into play. In the final movie, when we put part 1 through 6 here all together in the next upcoming weeks, we're going to be featuring comments from this video right here and the other videos about your all's opinions and what you all thought. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into some history. Apparently there was a girl who escaped from the mental ward, and she ran outside. She froze to death on top of the water tower. Like, she climbed the water tower and froze to death. I mean, these people are trying to get out of here. There was a ton of fraud. There was a ton of, like, I guess it was Medicare and Medicaid fraud and like health insurance fraud and all this kind of stuff. Tons of really messed up stuff. I guess employees weren't getting paid at one point in time. Bills weren't being paid on time. And then the really messed up stuff was just the mistreatment of patients and the overabundance of patients there. This place originally opened up as a nursing home. Some accountants got together and were like, yep, there's a lot of money in nursing homes, which there is. And they got the idea that it was more about money than it was about the patients. And if you think the healthcare system is about your health versus your money, you're severely wrong. They treat you for your health. But at the end of the day, if they don't make that dollar that makes that jingle in the bank go jing jing, then guess what? They're not in business. They can't serve you. So again, there's a fine line right now, and I'm not going to jump into like a topic that we don't need to jump into, but you got to think about this. There's a lot of money to be made in the healthcare industry, whether it's in nursing homes and healthcare organizations, and that's why they have those big buildings that are really fancy, nice, and clean. It's like casinos. They don't make money by like having a bunch of, healed people come through those doors. Same thing with a casino. They don't make money off of the winners. They make money off the losers. So, unfortunately, we live in a really weird place right now where that's kind of the dynamic, and it was that case with this place. There was so much bad stuff happening at this place and so much unrest. That's why I personally feel like this energy of spirits were just upon us. They were there. And we're one of the first people to go through this place with a video camera and be able to tell their story. And that's what this next time that we go back, that's what that's going to be about. We're going to tell their story. We're going to ask questions. We're going to try to wade through the thick and the thin of the feelings that you get while you're there. And we're going to get answers. That's what this is about. We got to figure out more than just going into an abandoned building anymore and, is there spirits here? That's the old school method of investigating. I'm on this new school kick. I'm ready to get some solid answers. How do we know they're real? We don't. Spirits can manipulate us. They can. They can literally change their name to whatever they want and say it through that spirit box and have all of us believe that, oh yeah, this lady's name's Chelsea. Could be Fred from down the hall who, you know, stabbed somebody in the damn neck with an ice pick. Who knows? So, again, there is a ton, I mean a ton of stuff in history that I'm going to cover in, you know, the finale, the big movie here in about a week when that drops. And, you know, we're going to put all these clips together so that way you all can watch from part 1 to now in part 6, and going to be including all of your comments. So if you haven't watched part 1 through 6 now, I suggest you go and do that. All the links are right down here in the description of this video. So I just want to say one thing. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love on this channel. I just want to say much love to everybody who supported this series. The support has been overwhelmingly insane, and it's all thanks to all of you. I love you all so much. There's more series like this coming. We're not going anywhere. We'll see you next time.